How to build an AI-proof coaching business. Whether you're a coach, service provider, online service provider, or business in general, I'm going to go through a couple of things that I would seriously suggest you do ASAP to build a business that is going to be, well, bulletproof compared to artificial intelligence, which seems to be growing rapidly by the day at the moment. And I know a lot of coaches and creators who are nervous, apprehensive, and a little bit worried about how this is going to change coaching, how this is going to change online service providing, and how this is going to change things like content, back-end systems, how clients go through your process, etc., etc. So I'm not worried about it, and I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you need to think about and potentially change in your business, whether, like I said, coaching, service providing, so that you also don't need to worry about things. So first off, AI is incredibly helpful. We can leverage it to save us time, to make things a little bit sharper, throw our ideas at it as coaches so that it can tidy things up, projects that idea back to us in a nice format. I am for AI. I use AI in my coaching business, but there is a part of AI that I'm not really a fan of, and I feel like I'm not alone in this camp, and it's the part where AI is replacing creativity. It's the part where content is so AI driven and so AI created, it has got any element of human gone. It's just removed it. Any element of human nature, any element of personality, just completely extracted for perfectionism. Now, I personally think this is a problem, and this is what I'm going to be tying things into for this video and kind of alluding to, because when it comes to what we do as service providers, as coaches, it is very personal, it's very human, it's very open, very honest, very raw, and real. This is real transformation we do, regardless whether you're a mindset coach, a life coach, fitness coach, spiritual coach, whatever it is, business coach. It's very personal and it's very person to person. So there needs to be an element of humanity about it, if that's the right word to use here. So that's the part where I'm not a massive fan of AI. It's extracting any element of you about your content, your process, your offer, and your way of doing things, which is, I personally think, like a USP, like a very, very unique selling point in a coaching business. It's the differentiation between my program and your program to the next person. It's super important that we keep that element of us in our business, especially when it comes to content, and I'll go into that in a second. So these are the main things I would consider when it comes to building a AI-proof business, so that you can then go throughout your day, weeks, months, years into the future and have that confidence and a lot less worry about things going forward, because we don't want that worry to lead into doubt about you creating content, and again, you just blend into everyone else. So this perfectly leads me into the first point: content. Content production, personality, personal brands. Now, I'm not going to get too businessy with this. I'm not going to tell you the exact content pieces that you need to be creating to avoid AI from taking your job. You just need to be you, period. Now, that comes in so many different ways, so many different formats. But if you think about what we do as service providers and coaches, in order for someone to buy from us, especially in this day and age with artificial intelligence and trends, and everyone's saying the same sort of thing, we need to stick out a little bit. We need to be us. But most importantly, we need to have three things: know, like, and trust when it comes to someone buying from us. So the person who's potentially going to buy from us, when it comes to consuming our content, they need to kind of know us first of all. Then they need to like us, resonate with us, understand what we're doing and kind of like it, agree with it. And then they need to trust us. So when it comes to content creation, short form, long form, any carousels, even just pictures of you, it needs to be you. It needs to be personal. It needs to be real. It needs to be more storytelling, more documentation, as opposed to just, this is perfect. I'm going to airbrush my face. I'm going to make AI remove the background thing. I'm going to make AI write the copy for this. It needs to be you. Even me doing this video right now, I'm going to have a couple of cuts and clips, and that's it. I like to have this as unedited as possible because I'm a human being. I'm not going to get AI to tweak this at all. When it comes to short form content for your reels, etc., I'd recommend doing the exact same thing. Show people that there are going to be maybe mistakes in your video that you're going to keep in. I've had many videos where I've sneezed and not taken it out. I know it's a silly example, but I think the age of perfectionism and the age of everything being polished and perfect is getting a little bit boring for people. People are starting to see through that with the amount of advertisements that we're now getting on social media. People just like a bit of real. People just like a bit of honesty and a little bit of truth. And if you are using AI to literally give you your creative ideas for your content, that is zapping you of your personality. So what I want you to be thinking about, maybe make a note of a couple of these right now, is Show me your world. When you're creating content, whether it's Instagram stories, whether it's TikTok, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, I want to know people in your life. I want to know the food you eat. I want to know not where you live specifically, but the area that you like to go to the gym and you like to go for walks, etc. Show me your holidays. Show me the music you listen to. I want to know your opinion on things. I want you to tell me your almost, what's the word I'm looking for here? Opinionated views on things are a little bit polarizing. I want to disagree with you. I want to agree with you. Everything that I'm pointing to here is you, full stop, just like I said right at the start. AI cannot take that away from you. Artificial intelligence cannot strip you of personality, and it can definitely not strip you of your opinions, which again will allow people to know your opinion, like your opinion, and then trust your opinion. Then they might then buy from you because you can solve their problem. AI cannot replace that. So the next time you go to create content, and by the way, this is not an overnight fix. You're not going to create one piece of content and that's it. Your business is going to change forever. But people that follow you now might buy from you in 6 months. The people you've been in your audience for 6 months might buy from you next week. So I want you to really start being just a bit more you, a little bit more unedited, a little bit more storytelling, a little bit more vulnerable with the things you're going through or have gone through previously. Start telling some stories as opposed to just, hey, ChatGPT or Claude, can you give me 3 things I can tell my audience today that will help them out? I need a little bit more of you. That will then build the know, like, and trust of your audience, and you need to feel confident in expressing the real you. And of course, as a mindset coach for business owners, I deal with this every single day. So overcoming that worry of what people are going to think about you can seriously unlock and change the game for you when it comes to a content creation standpoint. It's going to completely remove the worry about AI, because AI is not going to be a better Jack than I can. So I'm just going to be him and show the real me, just like I'm doing right now. So again, next time you create content, I want you to think, how can I be a bit more me? How can I be opinionated? What can I share here? What are some things about me that my audience don't necessarily know right now that you can start sharing more of? The second thing I want you to think about when it comes to your service and your coaching, when it comes to, building a bulletproof or AI-proof business, is your offer, your service, your program, the way you help someone get from A to B, your actual service, the thing that you sell, that transformation. Again, how can it be a bit more you? I want you to think about things that you really, really stand for. I want you to think about things that almost hold your integrity. I want you to think about things that you would, that phrase, I'm going to die on this hill. Like, what would you have that opinion that you will not shift? How can you intertwine that and weave that into your offer, your program, and your process? I want you to let your creativity thrive a little bit. Maybe have some conversations with current clients about what would they like to see more of in the program. How can you trial, experiment some things and create some things that would just be fun for your clients, but also at the same time help them get a better result? Why is this helpful, and why is this going to help you when AI gets better and better and better? You created it. This thing you want to implement into your client dashboard or a process or maybe a masterclass that you want to teach live for your guys in your program. AI is not thinking of that. Maybe if someone types in the perfect prompt, they'll have the same idea, but you're going to do it your way. And that's what I want you to think about. How can I add a little bit more me into this? If you're an artistic person, how can you add some graphics or some colors or some pictures into your process? If you are a little bit of a data nerd and you love numbers, how can you add some graphs and some charts and some different ways to kind of analyze and assess your client's data? If you love humor, if you love storytelling, if you like being a bit weird and wacky, what random stuff can you create for clients that is a bit creative, that ties to the process that you're actually, doing for them and helping them get a result? How can I see a little bit more you in not only your content, but also your program and your offers as well? Because if your clients know, like, and trust you and they build a relationship with you, they're going to stick around for longer. No need to worry about AI here, because you are you. So show me a bit more you in your process. And the third thing I want you to do here isn't necessarily about an action step straight away like content or offers are the last 2 things I've alluded to. I want you to dive into mindset work. I want you to start working on yourself. I want you to start shifting your perspective and identity of who you think you are. I want you to build up with the confidence that you have about you as an individual. AI cannot overtake the level of confidence that you have about yourself, the confidence that you have about yourself and the trust you have about who you are and what you've done. If that then bleeds into the first and second point of content and programs that you have for your business, AI cannot remove that. They cannot overtake your level of personality and close connection that you have with your clients and your audience, because you trust who you are confident in who you are, and that energy can be felt. So me right now, for example, I'm not hiding anything about myself. I have the same tonality, I have the same pitch, I'll use the same terms to my fiance than I would to my clients, that I would to you. I'm not hiding anything here. And for those of you who resonate with that and like the way I do things, I'm not worried about AI coming in and recreating this video with the exact same information, because my energy, my conviction and my passion can be felt through this microphone and through this camera to your screen right now while you're watching this video. You can't replace that. So when it comes to mindset work, very generic phrase, what do I mean by this? I very, very simply want you to start liking who you are more and feeling that confidence in what you have to say, your opinion on things, the experiences you've gone through, and the character and personality traits that you already have about you that you can start to lean on. Again, I'll give you an example. If you're a bit wacky, a bit weird, you have these really random thoughts sometimes, and sometimes you're like, oh God, why did I even say that? I want you to lean into that more. If you have a random thought, I want you to be confident that you can make a piece of content about it and it's relevant and people will be interested in that. If you have that confidence about yourself first and foremost, and start documenting that and start having that energy, that confident, self-trusting energy through content, for example, that can be felt. Nothing to do with tactics, nothing to do with strategy. It's removing any doubt you have about who you are as a person, fueling yourself with confidence and trust about the message that you have to share, and executing on that, sharing that content with conviction like a million people are watching you. People want to be around that. People want to circle and gravitate towards that energy. So start showing up like it, but you need to remove any doubt that you have first about who you are and what you're about. Replace it with confident and trusting energy and lean into it. Start being that authority and that person that people want to be around first. You need to believe it first. So hopefully there's 3 things I want you to think about when it comes to building an AI-proof business, so you're not worried about the future of your coaching or service-based business. Content, be a little bit more you. I want you to start sharing your opinions more and kind of stand up for what you believe in. Stop editing so much and document your world and document your journey as much as possible. 2, I want to see a little bit more you in your offers, in your programs, in your client dashboards, in your client delivery. How can you intertwine you, your opinions, your views, your personality into the way you do things? Because AI cannot replicate that because it's you. Do not let any creativity leak there. I want you to be a bit more you in your programs and your back end stuff going forward with clients. And 3rd, I want you to lean into mindset work. I want you to remove any element of doubt or fear you have about your opinions, your personality, and your characteristics. I want you to double down on them. Those weird and wonderful character traits that you have about you, I want you to leverage those in your content, in your offers, and everything else in your business with your client delivery. I want to see a little bit more you, but you need to be confident in that first and foremost. And how do you do that? Remove subconscious fear and doubt about who you are and lean in to who you are when it comes to your business and everything else, because we are service-based business owners. This is what we do. It's very personal. So I want you to lean into that. So I hope this has been helpful. Make some changes instantaneously. Feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel for some more business mindset content on how you can grow your business without really needing to change strategy or tactics whatsoever, so you can make more money, work less, and actually enjoy the day-to-day growth of your business. In the description of this video is going to be a link to a completely free training about belief rewiring. It's a process that I've put together to help service providers, coaches like yourself remove any element of doubt they have about themselves and the business and the money they can make. And once that doubt is removed, which you can learn in that video, the ceiling of your income goes. You can earn whatever you want once those doubts have been removed. So feel free to check out that training. It's completely free. Link is in the description below this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day. See you soon.